Me permanently, like not
Welcome to Lipsticks and Lariats. Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Are you a massive professional wrestling fan? Do you find yourself screaming at the TV, cheering for your favorite superstars, and analyzing every single match? But maybe you feel like the conversation is always dominated by the same voices. Well, get ready, because we're here to change the game. The all-female podcast that's flipping the script on wrestling commentary. We are friends who live and breathe everything from this squared circle. We're talking about the high-flying action, the epic promos, the shocking heel turns, and the drama that happens both in and out of the ring. From the independent scene to the biggest pay-per-views, we cover it all. Each week, we dive deep into the latest news, review, recent shows, and give our unfiltered opinions on the biggest storylines. We're not afraid to get passionate, have a laugh, and maybe even disagree a little. We'll break down match psychology, celebrate the incredible athleticism of these performers, and share our predictions for what's coming next. We also love to shine a spotlight on the women's division, celebrating the progress and pushing for even more. So, if you're looking for a fresh, fun, and fiery take on the world of wrestling, you've found your new home. Don't miss out on a single episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and get ready to talk some smack with us.
Welcome to Lipsticks and Lariats, episode 18. 2 more to 20, Nikki.
So exciting.
We had to plan something big for our 20th episode.
We do.
All right, so this is your podcast where the takes are sharp, the sarcasm is free, and the only thing more dramatic than professional wrestling, the internet arguing about professional wrestling. I'm Catherine, aka She Hates Women's Wrestling, with my tag team partner, Nikki from the Bar. And today we're going to be diving into the wild world of sports entertainment, or wrestling as it's called in other promotions, as we break down the biggest stories in wrestling, debate some takes, and probably question some booking decisions. And as we all know, it's tradition. So I need you to grab your belt, your snacks, and maybe keep your great sextist friend nearby, and subscribe to the podcast and the home of Lipsticks and Lariats, the weekly steel chair. And as you know, Nikki, this is Lipsticks and Lariats. So how are you today?
I am good. I caught up on so much wrestling because someone's been away, so I get to, control the remote. I got to watch Collision. I watched AAA, and I never watched Collision.
Yes.
So I got that in this week. So it's been good.
You should have. So I had Collision on my TV in my living room. I had the G1 on my laptop. Then when Collision went off, I had AAA on my phone.
That's too much.
So I think I'm a little rustled out. So I'm not watching any wrestling today whatsoever.
I feel that.
Alrighty, as you know, our first segment is our top rope segment where we discuss news and headlines. And I'm starting off today's headline and news with 7 letters. Alimony.
Oh.
As we've all heard, it seems that Jey Uso's yeet went into someone else's hoo-ha, and his wife said, "Fuck this shit, you out."
Miss Parker. I'm like, you were seen together. You were seen with her, and it didn't look great.
I'm wondering, maybe he's going to be off TV for a few weeks while he tends to these family matters?
I feel like a DUI hasn't stopped, and why would a divorce?
Well, that's true.
I don't know. I feel bad because there's kids involved, and I hope everything can just be amicable for them. But yeah, if you fucked around and found out.
That's true. So it was also announced that AEW is bringing All Out 2026 to the Now Arena. I mean, it's like they never go to Chicago. So yay, Chicago.
Isn't it always in Chicago?
They run Chicago a lot.
Yeah. Like when they said that it was going to be there, I was like, okay. I don't know why everyone's obsessed with Chicago.
I mean, it's a decent wrestling market, but eventually, if you continue to go there, you're gonna wear it out. Go
Yeah,
somewhere different.
yeah, because like again, like obviously WWE was just there, and then what, like 2 months later, less than 2 months.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I get it. He's from Illinois.
Mm.
You know, you'd like to stay in your own bed sometimes instead of a
Yeah.
plane. I get that, but still. Alrighty, we heard Jack Perry has re-signed with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Did he really have any other options? As it was said, WWE was not interested.
Yeah. So if you were trying to flirt with the other place and they were like, nah. But then they made such a spectacle of like him resigning. Like, have we ever seen someone of his status? Again, he's not up here. For them to do a whole promo package that he's resigning. And I'm just like, this seems like, I don't know, a little much.
Unless they're gonna elevate him into that next level. That would be the only reason I would give him a promo package of re-signing.
Yeah. Well, do you think they took that national title off him because he wasn't sure if he was re-signing, and now that he did re-sign, he's going to go back into like a title picture?
Possibly.
I don't know. I feel like they need to. I don't know if you repackage him, but everyone loves him with Luchasaurus. But I just feel like he needs something.
Either put them together as a full-blooded tag team and put them in the tag division, or let him be on his own.
Yeah, and then I don't like him with the Young Bucks. Like he needs to get away from them too, because like they're not doing anything for him.
That's true too. So AJ Styles' son Avery is going to make his GCW debut on July 31st. Are you going to check it out?
I'll probably watch the highlights like I did with his first thing. I mean, like, good for him. He looks nothing like AJ. He looks exactly like his father. So I think that sort of like helps him that like you're not like he's not a spitting image of AJ, because everyone would be like, oh, AJ Jr. blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But like, I love that he's just like Avery Jones and he's like doing his own thing.
All right, you know what I have to say? Karma. Well, she's a bitch. So it seems that WWE decided to use a video of El Grande Americano at the World Cup from an account that displayed the name All In August 30th, fuck TKO. I bet somebody's getting fired over that.
I feel like I saw a picture of him there, but I didn't know that. That's incredible. Whoever did like had that handle, chef's kiss. That's hysterical.
And you know somebody in their media department is getting canned for that.
Probably.
Posting it on your WWE website. All In August 30th. Fuck TKO.
I mean, we need to get some proofreaders over there, man. Like, stuff is slipping.
So, according to our good old Uncle Dave, it seemed that MJF pushed for his match with Omega to be moved to television, and TK approved it. So now the question becomes, why did MJF push for the match to be on television, and how much say does MJF actually have in his own creative and in AEW?
Feels like a lot. Also, like, again, we talked about this last week. Whoever's complaining that we got that match for free, like, go away. This is like, enjoy the free. If it's free, it's for me. Then because we don't know what the redemption match would be for Kenny or anybody at this point, like MJF or Ospreay or so. Like, would you get the big win here and then have a rematch at Redemption? I don't think you would hot potato it back. I don't know. Is there like a bigger story that he's hoping to tell? Or is he just like, something came up, he's got to do another thing, take the belt off me, I'm leaving to film or do
Or
whatever.
either that knee is worse than what we initially thought.
Which
Because
also,
if it was hyperextended, okay, take a few weeks off, you'll get better. But he's constantly been wrestling. You've seen it being taped up. So I'm wondering if it's not healing.
yeah,
And they're like, yeah, Max, you're gonna take some time off.
yeah. So,
And also, I have another theory I just thought of. With everybody bitching about MJF dropping the belt like to Darby, to Omega, and just like continuously dropping the belt after holding it for like several months. Could it be his way of trying to pat his stats?
could also. So I feel like that's what they're doing with Cody. It's like with all the drops. I don't know, because then when he comes back, then what is it, 4-time?
Yeah,
Does that,
he wins
does
it
that,
again. He'll be 4-time, I believe.
but then that ties with Mox. Mox was 4, or Mox was 3, and I'm thinking Tony Storm.
Mox is 4. I've got it written down further down because I wanted to talk about the lineage of the AEW World Title. But I'm wondering if that's what they're doing. He's like, I want to pad my stats and get to like that Ric Flair level where you can say I am 16-time AEW World Champion.
I'm sure that it's probably in the back of all their heads.
And as much as Max likes the character Ric Flair, I could see him trying to do that. All right, can I bitch about everyone crying about what Max is going to do at Redemption? You know what I say? Who cares? Sit back, let it play out, as they say, when it's something they want.
Yeah. I don't care. Again, it's the redemption card. I don't care if he doesn't do anything at Redemption, but I really want him at Wembley. That would make me upset because I feel like that's their mania. And I feel like if we were comparing,
unless he's injured, he should be at Wembley.
Yeah, so it's just like, I'd rather you sit this one out, rest up those little leggies, and be at the big one. That's what I prefer. Who cares? This is going to be a B pay-per-view. Again, I'm sure there's going to be great matches. We say that all the time, but it's just like, you can sit out this one.
Well, it seems that Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling has cut themselves a deal and will start airing on My AEW on Thursdays in the United States. So guess what, Nikki? More wrestling to watch.
So wait, so we could get I thought My AEW was just in the UK.
No, you get it in the US on what they call like a fast channel.
Okay.
But you can't get pay-per-views in the US on it.
So it's another thing I have to do I have to pay for it? So it's another
right
thing
now it's free.
Okay.
They do have subscription plans like for like the international people that can watch Dynamite, Collision, all the pay-per-views. But since they have TV deals in the US, they didn't do that part for the US. So you still have to get your pay-per-views from HBO Max, Amazon.
Okay.
But yeah, they have their regular channels where you can watch like all the other indie promotions that have signed up. But yeah, right now it's free.
Okay. It'll probably be another thing that I say I'm going to totally check out. I'm totally going to watch it. And then I'll come here and be like, I didn't watch it.
But evidently, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling airs on TSN in Canada on Wednesdays. And so it's kind of like Hulu, where live TV is on that night, and then it comes on Hulu the next night. So I might check out a couple of the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling episodes. I mean, they do put on some good matches for Maple Leaf.
That's good. Again, more promotions, more opportunities, more people getting paid. All for it.
Alrighty. Our last headline. It was announced that Rhea Ripley has a slight tear in her meniscus. So what should be done with the WWE Women's title now? And is WWE afraid to take the title off of Rhea because they really do not have anybody on SmackDown they can put it on?
I mean, they could put it on Charlotte Flair. I feel like she could be that in case of emergencies, just put the belt back on Charlotte. Again, you could give it to, some people. But are they really I think they are afraid to take it off her. Again, I think she's one of their biggest stars. But, are they really hoping, again, I don't know how much you can rehab that. Usually you hear something happens in the knee, it's surgery, they're gone for forever. But, are they hoping that it's something, could you rehab that?
Well, I think that was their initial plan, which is why they didn't take the belt off of her. They were trying to like use physical therapy and stuff, and evidently maybe that's not working, and that's why they released this news that she has this
Yeah.
tear.
I think she was at that slap fight power slap.
Yes, her and Buddy Matthews.
I know people were freaking out that she was at that and not on SmackDown. I'm like, well, she's injured. But I think there an interview there. I know I read the article, but I don't know if she said something or they said something because she was there.
Well, I think she says she can't bend
She can't
down,
bend.
and she has a hard time trying to stand up on it. So, if you can't bend down and you can't stand,
then
you can't wrestle.
Need your hot big husband to lift you up? Oh no, how horrible!
But I mean, if they put the belt on Charlotte, then you're gonna run into the same problem you got now with Rhea. You don't have any challengers, so she's just gonna be like Liv and hold the title and never be defended.
Well, where the fuck is Jordynne Grace? How is she not one of your top contenders? You couldn't have a Chelsea Green. Whatever they're doing with Blake Monroe, like, was she just beating up people backstage? Who care? Like, they have the roster. Fucking use them.
I think the last time I heard Jordynne Grace, she was doing a show on like Main Event or Evolve.
Yeah, she was. Was it main event? It was her and the new girl in NXT, Lizzie Rain. I think they were having a match. But I'm like, like you have the talent. Ugh.
Well, Jordan went from being top dog in TNA to little fish in the big pond.
Yep.
And I mean, and the problem is Jordynne Grace is pretty good in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, better than Jade Cargill.
Who's counting?
Oh, who's counting? Anyway, after that 360 from the top rope, it is time to hit that hot tag where we have some topics to debate. So, I know this might break your husband's heart, but is WWE management correct when they say Sami Zayn is not a marquee star?
Oh, they call Bryan Danielson a B+ player, and we all know he's one of the best. Not putting necessarily Sammy and Bryan on that same level, but I think there is a market for him. I think there's people that really like him, and the pop that he got in Saudi. Like, I don't. If they really wanted to, they could make him a star. But for some reason, they don't see him as a star. And I personally don't get it. I don't know why you should think all your talent is the best. I'm going to have this mediocre fucking thing over here. Like, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But then, like, you called Bryan your B+ player, and then, like, look what happened. Like, could you have that lightning in a bottle with Sammy? Possibly. But then why put and then now your theory about padding stats, like, or is it just the surprise to take it off Cody, the pop in Saudi, and now we're going to take it right back because Cody Punk needs a belt.
But Cody Punk really doesn't need a belt, though. That's the thing.
Oh, agreed. But I think in WWE land, they think
every match has to have a belt for WWE. I think.
Right.
Again, this week I'm going to have to talk about a word that keeps popping up on this podcast, and it is consistency. Yes, this seems like this might be the new theme of the show, but I want to know, where are all the people who were joking about Darby's AEW championship title run at now? I'm not hearing anything about the 9-day title run of Sami Zayn.
You don't think there's the same kind of uproar that people are mad about it?
No. I do not think. Because they were like, how do you take the belt off of MJF? He's your best star. He's your moneymaker. And give it to Darby. Darby can't put asses in seats at arenas?
I suppose. I don't know. The internet's just going to internet.
That is true. The internet is just going to internet. Well, it seems after that wonderful match between Jericho and Ciampa at Dynamite, the internet was asking, should weapons be left out of pro wrestling? When Ciampa picked up a power drill.
But he didn't use the power drill. Like, come on, people, stop. Ooh.
I mean, I would have used the power drill on several wrestlers.
Like, again, I am not one of the sickos. I don't need the syringes and all that stuff. But how'd you not have wrestling without a table or a chair or something? How would you, like...
What about barbed wire? How do you feel about that?
That's fine. Again,
like if you're in like a street fight, cage fight, something.
Yeah. Like, have it, like, when it's, if you have Janice or Spike or whoever, like, wrapped around there, wrapped around a chair, that's, like, fine. Like, I don't, again, if the match calls for it, and, like, this match seemed, like, a little weird because they were using weapons, but it didn't, but it wasn't a weapons match because Aubrey kept taking the bucket away. But, like, how did, then the sand got in the ring? I don't know. Aubrey. But... if the match calls for it, weapons are fine. Again, I don't want to see the syringes and all that shit, but tables, ladders, and chairs.
What about staple guns?
Oh, that's a little. I'm okay. It grosses me out, but it's fine.
Not as gross as syringes.
Not the syringe for the cheek and the no, thank you. But
she draws the line at syringes in the cheek.
Yes, but like, how do you? These people need to go sit down. Or don't watch it. I mean, this is not for you. Again, wrestling is such a variety show. Then you find the wrestling that works for you. We like to see chair shots. So we're going to be over here. Not headshots, but you know what I mean. Ugh, people. This is not for you. Then don't fucking watch it.
And don't bitch about it.
Yeah.
Because you see a 3-second clip on the internet.
Don't yuck someone else's yum.
There you go. All right. That hot tag was great. So now it is time for Nikki's nitpicks. What you got for me this week?
Ugh. So I feel like I had a more visceral reaction in the moment, and then I rewatched it, and then I just feel like the whole segment was just awful. You had this incredible match between Takesha and Kyle Fletcher. Incredible match. Then we get in commercial, and then it's like, all right, well, Mick Foley's going to come down. And it's like, okay, you want to get him in there, fine. And then, of course, Don Callis has got a Don Callis. And then he talked about his shoes, and I'm obsessed with Jackson, but we didn't have to talk about Wolfels for 20 minutes. And then the Jet came out, and then Mick Foley and Fletcher are standing nose to nose, and then Knight cuts a promo, and that's the end of Mick Foley. What was the point of having a stare-off between the two of them when Mick Foley, I'm knock on wood, don't be a Ric Flair, Mick Foley should not wrestle. Then what was the point of this segment? Who is supposed to be getting over in this with this stare down? I know you want Mick Foley, again, one of the great talker, you want the cheek pop of Mick Foley. Putting him in this segment made no sense. And then it got even weirder, and I'm just rewatching it. I was like, I don't think we've seen a non-wrestling segment or like a promo segment this long in AEW in probably a while. And I was just like, this is not your road, babies. Because then you have Kevin Knight, and he calls out whatever. Then Andrade comes out, like. It's like 4,000 degrees in there, and he's in like a four layers of clothes. I'm like, what are you doing? So then they all run in the back to find Andrade, and then you have the skateboard spot that blows up front of the show, Brian Cage, and then he has the comical detonator thing, and he's like, how you know? And you know me, I love the silly wrestlings. I love the silly shit. This just felt so out of place here from going incredible match, weird Mick Foley, then comedy backstage. Like none of this, for me, flowed. Like I know it's all the players and everyone's in the Don Callis family, but none of this about like I didn't like it. It didn't make sense to me, and I don't like not liking the silly stuff. But I just really hated that segment.
Well, I think they were trying to get everybody in because everybody, like, Darby has an issue with Don Callis. Andrade has an issue with Don Callis. So they were trying to get them to in. But yeah, I was like you. I was like, okay, we need to cut this. Especially the Mick Foley. If you're going to come out there and do an interview, do your interview. Get the fuck out of the ring.
Yeah. But always just basically is like, you're great. That's a great match. But what about you and Takeshi were friends? And he's like, no, I wasn't. And then he was just like, it was just like, it wasn't good. And again, how do you come off that incredible match? And I love Fletcher and I want him to have all the things. And it's just like, you're not going to have a match between Foley and Fletcher. So why have this stare down? I don't know. I did not like it. And I don't like that I didn't like it, but I didn't like it. So boo.
I like that I did. Don't like that I don't like it.
But yeah, no. I don't know. I think maybe keeping Mick Foley to like your pre-shows, having him with Renee. I don't need him like inserting himself into faction or storyline stuff. Like
not unless you're gonna give him a match, and they're gonna give him a match, and if they do, it needs to be a tag match where he gets the hot tag, does his spots, gets the fuck out, or gets the pin. That's it. He needs to work with like a Darby that'll take all the spots.
Ugh.
I mean, if you're gonna have him have a match, and I do feel like he wants like that career ending great match and go out on his own terms like Sting did.
Well, didn't
and he knows AEW can give him that.
Wasn't he trying to have, or was going to have a match or for like a birthday or whatever? He turned whatever, but then he was like taking bumps in the ring and he said like his heart didn't feel good. And
he got concussion. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, then you don't need this. Stop. Like, think of like your 4 kids and your 100 dogs and just no.
Just stick to being an interviewer and,
just be the analyst with Renee on the pre-shows.
Yeah.
Or your 0 hours, whatever you want to call it. But
alrighty. I liked your nitpick.
Insane.
I understood it too because I kind of agreed with it. That was all over the place.
Yeah.
That's like like in the FBI room when they got the board trying to track the killer down and they got strings going from here to yonder. That's what that segment reminded me of.
Basically.
Alrighty, so it is time for Kat's lecture on why this is a great idea.
I'm here
and
for
we
it.
know last week's lecture was a doozy. But the question is now, can I outdo myself with this week's lecture? I want to say yes.
I'm here for it.
And today's lecture is why the Maximum Male Models should be AEW Tag Team Champions.
Here for it.
So, if AEW was to improve its tag team division and prove that it still matters, then it needs to take a serious look at the Maximum Male Models, the team that has many modern tag team struggles to find a unique identity. Well, in a company filled with incredible talent, MXM stands out because they combine outstanding wrestling ability with memorable characters. Everybody hollers they want character work. They give you great character work. They give you entertaining promos. They have a willingness to embrace comedy without sacrificing credibility. Professional wrestling has always thrived on personality. Fans remember teams because of how they made them feel, not just because of the moves they performed in the ring. Teams like The New Day, The Acclaimed, and FTR all became successful because they connected with the audience in different ways. MXM follows that same formula. Every appearance feels different. Their over the top fashion sense, confidence, comedic timing, it immediately captures your viewer's attention. Yet once the bell rings, they prove they belong in the ring with anyone. One reason that MXM deserves the tag team championships is that they are constantly making every segment entertaining. Whether they're delivering backstage interviews or competing in the ring, they maximize every minute of television time. Wrestling history shows that championships work best when the title holders create memorable moments every week. The Acclaim transformed the AEW Tag Team Championships into must see television because fans wanted to hear Max Caster's rap and watch Anthony Bowens energize the crowd. MXM has the same potential to make every title defense feel like an event. Another reason, their chemistry as a team. Great tag teams don't simply wrestle side by side, they wrestle as one unit. MXM displays synchronized offense, quick tags, and creative teamwork that demonstrate a true understanding of tag team wrestling. AEW built its early reputation on emphasizing traditional tag team psychology, and MXM fits perfectly into that philosophy. Winning the championship would also inject fresh life into that division. For much of AEW's history, the tag titles have revolved around familiar names like the Young Bucks, FTR, and the Lucha Brothers. While those teams have produced classic matches, every division eventually benefits from fresh faces at the top. New champions create new rivalries, fresh storylines, and unpredictability on television. Imagine the possibilities. MXM could defend the championship against FTR in a clash between old school wrestling and flamboyant entertainment. They could battle the Hurt Syndicate in a story built around power versus personality. A rival with the Young Bucks could become one of the funniest and most athletic feuds in AEW history, blending comedy, ego, and incredible ring action. Most importantly, MXM understands that professional wrestling is about creating an emotional connection with the audience. Every successful championship reign tells a story. Fans need someone to cheer, someone to boo, and someone they genuinely look forward to seeing each week. MXM consistently earns reactions because they embrace entertainment while backing it up with strong performances inside the ring. Championships should reward more than win-loss records. They should recognize the performers who elevate a division, attract viewers, and give fans a reason to tune in every week. MXM has demonstrated that they possess the charisma, teamwork, creativity, and in-ring talent. Those qualities make championship caliber performers. Now, if AEW wants to revitalize the tag team division and remind fans why tag team wrestling helped build the company's identity, crowning MXM as AEW tag team champions would be a bold, entertaining, and well-earned decision. Sometimes the best choice isn't the safest one, it's the one that makes fans excited for what's coming next. Right now, MXM represents exactly that kind of opportunity.
Love it.
Evidently, producer man did because he gave me the booze.
I feel like I can see this happening more than your BFAB thing from the other week. But again, they're fun to watch. It's fun to see them kind of get this shit gimmick and in WWE and then make it so good somewhere else. I feel like they could have done that in WWE, but that wasn't going to happen. Again, I do love them running around with Johnny, whatever he's going by, Johnny. Yeah. So I know. Again, I'm all for pushing newbies. So I would love to see it. I'm here for it.
Okay, now that I finished up my lecture and got the weekly boo from producer man, it is time to put some lipsticks on, hit some lariats, because it's lipstick and lariat of the week time. All right, my lipstick of the week. Nikki, do not have a heart attack. Cat, do not have a heart attack.
I'm scared.
I am giving my lipstick of the week to 2 females, not just one. First, I have to give it to Thekla, and her comments on commentary are dynamite.
I figured this was it. It'll be it.
Which we will get into during our main event. And then the second one goes to Renee Paquette, who tried to keep it together when Will told MJF that he knows 14-year-old Japanese girls that can wrestle better than him.
It's like, don't say you know 14-year-old girls. Please, I know you do. Don't say that out loud.
Yeah, but they do start wrestling quite young in Japan, so.
I know.
All right, who gets your lipstick of the week?
So also sort of had two, I have a serious and a fun one because again I'm not obviously all the belts changed hands, not talking about that. What really popped me yesterday morning, because I watched SmackDown yesterday morning, Baron motherfucking Corbin coming back popped me so hard. I feel like he's so underrated, and I'm so thankful he's not. Everyone was like, oh, he's Danhausen's thing under the sheet. And he's not with Danhausen. And he interrupted a match, and he's inserting himself in the U.S. title scene. And then he hit the 2-ended days, and I was like, oh, goddamn, I love that move. I was just, like, excited for him. I want him to be, like, that lone wolf, badass that no one kicks out of the ended days. Like, that's what I want. Hardcore. And I'm super excited for it. I don't like that fuzzy belt. Him picking up the fuzzy belt looked wrong. But I am excited to see what I'm hoping he can have that kind of resurgence of like you like a Drew McIntyre. You sort of left, got some more indie experience, and then like you're coming back, and I want you to be a star. Again, I think he's gonna be mid card. I don't see him being like a world champion, but like I'm excited to see him back. And my fun one that I almost did you want to say something about that?
I agree. I agree with you that I think he was underrated.
Yeah. So I'm excited for him to do something fresh, something new, because I feel like he got the shit end of the stick a lot when he was like Constable Corbin, and like pretty much the McMahons were like, everything you hate about the show is Baron Corbin's fault.
Mm-hmm.
My fun one, because I did get to watch Collision today, that promo with the gang bang, the gang, nope, bang gang. I can say it. I can talk. When they were at the dog shelter. And then Jay White comes out so serious, and it cuts to Colton with the dog, and he was like, "Oh, her name's Finley. She's a nepo baby bitch." And I was like, lost it. And then it cuts to all of them, and they cut to Juice, and he's like going crazy, and then he puts the stick in his mouth, and he just like makes a sad, like the puppy sad face, and I was like, I lost it. If you haven't seen that little vignette, go watch that. It's so fucking funny. I love them. I'm so glad they're back. I want them to have all the belts.
Oh, and those dogs are really up for adoption.
I don't think Nick would let me get another dog.
Okay, so now it's time for Lariats of the Week. And my Lariat of the Week goes to SmackDown. And 2 words. Time constraints. Did you not leave enough time for the ending angle to be seen on TV? Instead, you had to go to social media to see Cody come out and run Gunther off after he choked out Nick Aldis. Then Cody challenges him to a match, which you don't see unless you go on social media and watch it there. I guess they forgot they went down to 2 hours.
Which, I mean, like, get it together. Don't be like, oh, we have to be 3 hours. Look what happened. And I'm like, no, you could have made less Jade Cargill stuff. Because you had the promo backstage, and then the whole match, and the whole Alexa thing, and the beatdown afterwards. We could have cut that. So hopefully they remember their 2 hours, because I don't want them to go back to 3.
Well, they are in January, because that's just the way it goes. So
let me enjoy this now. Let's just enjoy it while we can.
All right, who gets your Lariat of the Week?
Mine is also in SmackDown. it's the men's tag team division. If R-Truth is injured, and then basically Damien's gone off to Mexico, take the belts off them. Poor Fraxium is doing nothing, just winning money off dumb R-Truth, haha. And then another week that the War Raiders came up and it was like, oh, we want to challenge you for those. And then it's like, haha, R-Truth thing. Like, there's not even, and it made me think of it more because watching the AAA show, there was a tag match. Well, it kind of got broken up, but there was supposed to be like a tag match for your number one contender. Like, whoever wins this is going to face the War Raiders. Like, why are we not setting up any tag team matches to go after R-Truth and Damian Priest? And then the one other champions or tag team are trying to go after the belts and they're getting nowhere. And you clearly don't have time for it, but it'd be nice if you did something with your men's SmackDown, or just combine all the belts and have it travel like the women, because this is doing nothing for anybody.
I agree. But I mean, do they really even have tag teams on SmackDown besides Fraxium?
Well, you got
that are tag teams that are not just thrown together.
Well, would you consider Tama and Tala thrown together?
No, I might consider them an actual tag team.
So
you got two.
You still have Fraxium.
Yeah, Fraxium, Tala Tonga, and his brother. That's two.
You can bring up some more NXT kids. Again, you can put... they can do something. Oh, you can have Reese. You have Miz and Kit Wilson. I love Kit Wilson, but they're a little zombified right now.
Well, I mean, if you want to get Johnny off of planking, you could throw him and Sami Zayn together and make a tag team, and they could go after the belts.
Yeah. Was it? I don't know if Nick said it or I was watching something. No, probably not Nick, because I haven't seen you all week. That someone said that like Johnny should have like a match against CM Punk because like Candice had that whole little like spiel, and maybe just like not like a pay-per-view match, but like a SmackDown main event match, because he was like, you need to get back to Johnny wrestling. Would maybe CM Punk calling out Johnny do something, or Johnny's really just waiting out this contract to get to AEW?
It's possible,
but I don't know. They can do something.
Alrighty, so it is time for our main event where we're going to discuss highlights from this week's show that we thought deserves the spotlight. So, Raw had 2 title changes on the show. What's going on?
Well, are you okay with Austin Theory and his new gal?
That bitch just made the list, and I ain't saying which list it is.
I guess because I feel like they're not Dom and Liv are waiting. We need a new messy heel romance. And if she's going to keep that belt on your boy.
All right, if she's going to keep the belt on the boy, she's still on the list. I just won't take her out as soon.
I just feel bad for like the Street Profits. You put the Street Profits back on SmackDown and give them the belts.
That was what I was going to say. Street Profits lose to the Vision with the help of a slut, but I kind of understand why they probably took the belts off the Street Profits. But why did you put them on in the first place? Because you knew Tez was going to be going out on maternity leave since his wife is due to have a baby any day now.
Then you also look at, like, Jimmy really didn't take any time off when Naomi had her baby. Didn't they have the belts when Naomi had Big Jim's baby?
Maybe?
I don't know. It depends. Like, I feel like Seth Rollins didn't really take time off when Rue was born. Like, I don't... If you're hot on the card and be like, hey, I don't know.
I mean, normally for men, they may take like a week or 2 off. And if that was the case, you could have kept the belts on the Street Profits if Tez was only going to be gone a week or 2.
Yeah, but then it's obviously known. You can just say, hey, Bianca had the baby. Tez is off TV for a week.
I don't know, but I am happy my man got a belt. So
Mm.
I did see a workout video of him today while I was eating lunch after church. Lord. Anyway, CM Punk returned to beat Sami Zayn and become your new WWE champion, your world heavyweight champion.
I'm not mad at it. I feel like the writing was on the wall once Sammy was going to have the match in Chicago. You know there was going to be something happening with CM Punk in Chicago. Again, not mad at it. I want to see where it goes. I don't know. I guess we can get to it. I don't know how I feel about his promo. I want him to be a little more heely, but I guess we can get there. But I'm like, I think it was a fun match. I love that they were hitting each other's moves. I thought he hit a good haluva kick. But I'm not mad. It's like, it's fine.
Well, I have a question for you regarding this match, sort of,
Mhm.
kind of.
Okay.
Who has the better legacy, El Generico or Sami Zayn?
I don't know. If you ask the hardcore kids, I think everyone's gonna say El Generico. But I don't think. Obviously, he's done more things in NXT WWE because I feel like at this point, hasn't he been in WWE longer than he was on the Indies at this point?
Maybe.
I mean, like what, 2014? I feel like, Ed, if you're still with me, you would know the dates of this stuff. But I think this is going to sound real bad, and I'm sure y'all come after me, but like, would El Generico be El Generico if he didn't have Kevin Steen?
Oh, that's a good question.
And I feel like he's had more, as much as him and KO always circle each other. Like, I feel like Sami Zayn has done more stuff on his own.
So with Kevin Owens being out, do you think this has allowed Sammy to shine without having the KO crutch, maybe?
I don't know. I think he was doing that before. Like when he was with the bloodline and all that. You know. Again, like they should have pulled the trigger back things. I feel like he was so hot and everyone was wanting him to turn on Roman. Everyone was like so excited that he joined because he was like that comic relief and he was so silly. And you know, I love my silly. And then it got serious and was it Royal Rumble or was it Chamber? Whatever match that they had that he lost. But I don't know.
I don't remember. Okay, moving on and sticking with Raw. LA Knight still is the redheaded stepchild trying to fit in. Dude, nobody likes you. Get over it.
No, I think he's over. People like him.
Would you be interested in seeing a Knight and Solo versus Big Jim Jacob match for SummerSlam?
I think that's where it's going. Again, I think there's someone that was really red hot like 3 years ago that you should have pulled the trigger on. And now he's just, just circling the drain of this bloodline bullshit. I'm over the bloodline.
I think we got several more innings of that, Nikki, unfortunately. All right, so WWE needs to get the women's IC belt off of Sol Ruca as soon as possible because her in-ring performances are not that good.
I honestly don't even remember this match. And I feel bad that I don't remember it. And I want the belt on Raquel. I just feel bad. I don't know if they called her up too early or like the big lights on her or
do you think that first, was it her first or second match she had where she really botched the Soul Snatcher move and then people took to Twitter and started ragging her about it? Do you think that kind of got into her head now and now she's questioning like everything in the ring?
That could be, potentially. I want to see why not. Like you're like younger again. The lack of house shows. She's not getting the reps in, and to go from working in the NXT Performance Center to going onto a big live Raw, and then like people were like when she had that match with Bayley for the John Cena Invitational, whatever you want to call it. Like I feel like she looked great there. And then, like, since getting called up, like, is it too much? Like, she's not ready for the big up here yet, and maybe she needs more reps in the shed.
It's possible. All right, we're going to move on to Wednesday night, where we have AEW Dynamite. The women's gauntlet was predictable, and with that, I have a question. Do you think AEW is pushing Willow down the fans' throat, and could she become the female version of John Cena?
I didn't love her winning this at all. Again, Tony's so close-lipped about what her injury was. Like, why do we have to have this? She had to relinquish the belt, have this whole tournament thing, and then she comes back 2 weeks later, and then all of a sudden you're now in the main event scene. I don't think she should have won that gauntlet. And I don't know how I feel about her promo on Collision. I'm just like, I don't know. There's something that's not clicking. And I liked her. But then I don't, like, what happened that you felt like you had to take the TBS belt off her, but then immediately put her in the main event scene?
Because they didn't want her to have to take a pin to try to keep her strong if they're going to have her face Mercedes or Tekla and take the belt off of one of them.
I don't want her to take the belt off either one of them.
Well, I don't either. Which goes back to the question, is Tony Khan pushing her down our throats, and will she become the female version of John Cena and get to the point where nobody wants her, but yet he's still going to push her?
But she still gets a good reaction right now. I don't think, as far as I remember, I don't think she was getting, like, booed that she won. I think we have to see at the point where, like, would she get booed if she took the belt off Thekla, because everyone loves Thekla? Like, that would be, I think, a test.
Oh, my. I guess I'm getting a storm. I just heard the thunder.
I know.
All right. Moving on. Probably the best match on Dynamite was Takeshita versus Fletcher.
So
good. I'm upset Takeshita lost, but I get it since he's going to be gone for a while for the G1. And I'm not mad if Takeshita had to lose the belt. At least he lost it to Fletcher.
Right. But I guess it was just...
Their chemistry is, like, off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just give me a match with them every week and I probably wouldn't complain.
Yeah. I just feel like then part of me is like, why'd you, I guess he had to beat Okada and finish that feud, but then it's like, for a belt that you knew he wasn't going to hold on too long because he was going to be in the G1. But I guess it's the point to put it back on Fletcher, put it back on Cal's family. Like, do you have... I'm like, I just want him and Kevin Knight just to do, like, a Becky Charlotte and, like, swap. Like, I want Fletcher to have his pink TNT title belt. But yeah, the match was incredible. They're so good. Again, those are your future stars. They should be fighting over, the world title next year or in 2 years.
I would not mind that one bit.
Nope.
Like, that be like the main event at All In, like next year after for the title.
Mm-hmm.
Takeshita and Fletcher. Now that would put asses in seats and sell some tickets.
Agreed. And those are your babies.
Let's talk about that commentary. So, Tekla on commentary during the women's gauntlet match, saying Mina was like a blow-up doll that she would motorboat, and the last time she was in a casino, she won $10K and had a stripper on her lap. Tekla is golden. Also, the fact she brought up the idea of Willow not really being injured, and the rest of the commentary team did not even acknowledge it. Makes you wonder.
Ooh. Don't love that.
So what do you think about Tekla's commentary?
I guess because I was laughing so hard that I didn't, like, realize that they didn't respond to that. I thought she's great. Again, I just want to hear her talk. Again, her thing on Collision was like, what's worse than a stupid bitch is a happy one? Whatever she said, like, that was hysterical. Again, I love her. I would like if Willow takes the belt off her, I'm gonna be real upset.
Well, you know how like in NXT, the NXT talent would tell you they would have promo class with like Dusty Rhodes, who was a great promo. When Tekla retires, should be her calling if she wants to stick with wrestling. Teach promos.
Yeah. Again, it's just like the her sitting on the bed. I'm just thinking more of the Collision one when she gets close to the camera and she gets back and then she like sort of like a John Moxley that you can tell that she like gets into it.
Well, compare her promo to Sky's promo. Night and day. Sky was like, you looked like she was reading off a card.
I know.
It was so monotone. It was boring. Where Thekla, like, she gets into it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if that's how she's trying to be like the deadpan like goth girl, but I'm like, but also like then her maybe have your boyfriend teach you something because like your boyfriend's great on a promo. I have to.
And then Julia cuts the same promo. So do both of them need to do the same promo style? Yeah. So that makes me wonder if maybe they need promo class.
Well, you think that what's the point of being with Tekla? If, like, learn something. Sorry, the dog's licking himself. Like, stop. Oh my gosh.
And Mick Foley's there. You can get promos from Mick Foley.
Yeah. My Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
He's a talker. He's not great in the ring. I just want to hear him talk.
Okay. Since the segment is titled Main Event, let's talk about the main event by AEW. We had MJF versus Kenny Omega. Match was great. I thought both brought out the best in each other in the ring. The right winner was one. Well, not according to the podcast grifters, but they can kiss my ass. What did you think of this match?
I thought it was fun. I think they both. I love to see Kenny looking good and wrestling good. I know this. Of course, they were going to put the belt on him, and it's like we know he doesn't have a lot left or a lot of on his bump counter. So let him have the belt. Let him run around with it. I'm fine with it. And again, MJF is still super fucking young. We're gonna see him have this belt a million more times. But you can have Kenny have this one last go. And I think Kenny Ospreay at Wembley is gonna be amazing. I don't know. Nick, cover your ears. Is this face and face headlining a pay-per-view? But
remember, Nick said face and face is okay. It's heel and heel that he don't like.
But
anyway, let's talk about the lineage of the AEW World Title. You had Jericho. Moxley's held this title 4 times. Omega twice. Hangman twice. Punk twice. MJF 3 times. Samoa Joe's held it twice. And then you have Strickland, Danielson, and Darby.
I feel like one of those things is not like the other.
One of those things don't seem like they belong.
But yeah, that's your lineage. That's pretty fucking good.
I mean, I am not complaining. And I probably could see Samoa Joe holding it one more time before he retires. Okay, let's move into SmackDown, or Snooze Down, or Bore Down, whatever you would like to call this show. So we all knew we were going to get Cody versus Punk for SummerSlam, but that promo between them two, oh my God, Nikki, that was so awful.
I'm hoping
it was awful for Punk, and Punk's usually a good promo.
I'm hoping this is the weird, nice we're gonna get, and then I want a heel CM Punk. They're having
heel Cody.
No. Because CM Punk is a heel. Hello. Like, it writes itself. Come on. He's been a good guy too long. I want him being mean. I'm hoping, again, this is us being nice, and then something happens at Saturday night's main event, and then we can have the Mega Powers explode and give me heel. I want to heel CM Punk.
I agree. I think Punk does better as a heel,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody's clamoring for Cody to turn heel.
Yeah, and we all wanted John Cena to turn heel, and look how that turned out.
You didn't like his heel run last year? I thought it was the best thing on TV.
Like, sometimes you shouldn't get what you want all the time. And I think there's still a babyface Cody with a heel CM Punk, I think would be the better dynamic. I don't think it'd work as well the other way around.
I agree. So we had Mello versus Trick. Match was not bad. Mm-hmm. We got the return of Baron Corbin, which everybody popped for.
Mm-hmm.
And Trick's new title design, we're going to call it the Furry Little Monster, can be yours for only $699.99 on the WWE shop.
If anyone, no. It looks stupid.
It does fit his gimmick, I will say that.
It does fit.
But it looks like the shag rug that your parents had in the 70s. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. And then for him to, it's weird, but because he was like freaking out that he lost his belt, and like little Yachty was like, "Oh, well, I took it and I made it the thing." Like, do you see eventually Yachty turning on Trick?
That would make for a good TV, but since they're friends in real life, I don't see it happening.
Well, Triple H and Shawn Michaels are best friends in real life, and they turn on each other 1,000 times.
Yeah, but they were actually professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
But it would make for good TV. And SmackDown does need some good TV.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about your favorite topic, and that's women's wrestling. And we had Jade versus Alexa. Match was terrible. Jade is awful and is a danger to whomever she's in the ring with. Well, and I kind of feel for Charlotte, and hopefully Charlotte can bring her to a decent match like Rhea did.
Well, I know her elbow's all bruised and stuff, but, she's double jointed. She's fine. But, I don't know when they're going to not let go of this Jade experiment. But it doesn't seem anytime soon. But hopefully whenever this match happens, Charlotte can just beat the shit out of her and we can just move on with our lives.
And our last topic for SmackDown, it seems that Royce Keys is now going to be stuck in the Bloodline Vortex. This is where people go when creative has no idea what to do with them. I'm
very upset that Big Jim beat him with a shit spear. Like, Royce Keys is like twice your size. One little distraction and one shit spear and he loses. I'm like, no. I think I would have had it broken up sooner. I think Jacob should have turned on Royce and then like cost him the match or like interrupted the match than just like Big. And I feel bad because also Big Jim does need a win, but like not over Royce Keys.
Like you couldn't throw some jobber out there, some enhancement talent for Jimmy to beat. Could you give him Royce Keys?
Yeah, I don't know, but
So now could you see a 6-man tag with the Usos and Jacob versus Solo, Royce, and LA Knight?
I wouldn't be mad at it. Again, more people getting on the card, make that pay-per-view money. I mean, it makes sense. It would be good for Royce to be on a pay-per-view.
All right, let's move on to Collision. What the fuck? I was looking forward to watching Collision, and Tony Khan had to ruin it with the return of the fake-ass butterfly jean wearing nobody wants to see wannabe freaking cowboy Hangman Adam Page. Nobody cares what he has to say. He didn't need to be on my TV. But I will say, I am glad he said that he would keep his word and not challenge for the world title, which I am glad. And now he is nothing but a mid-carder. And that's where he should have been to start with.
They were in Virginia. You didn't think he'd pop out of nowhere? That we're going into like their mania that he wasn't gonna like pop back up.
And to think, I almost went to that show.
Oh my god! I kind of thought that, or like, oh, Virginia. I was thinking about you. I was like, I wonder how.
Yeah,
he's gonna do that.
Roanoke ain't but 3 hours from my house. I could have done that in a day.
Well, good thing you didn't. I feel like you would have been really upset. I don't know. He's fine. I like him. I like him. I have a lot of Hangman shirts. He was very sweet when we met him.
Oh, he was very nice when Brendan met him. He's just not my cup of tea.
I hope that maybe do you now kind of use him as a guy that can maybe like put him in a match with Fletcher, like have him make Fletcher look good, or like Kevin Knight? Is this him like kind of helping, being the elder statesman now and helping bring up the babies? I think that would be the role.
Possibly, and elevating all those mid-card titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly. All right, let's talk about the Shibata Bandito match. It was decent. I enjoyed it. I always love Shibata, though.
I'm glad he came out to like his music, not like the Ops music.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, is he sort of being wasted in that faction?
Maybe, but I think they also are kind of protecting him.
Maybe because I don't watch enough Ring of Honor that I don't see him enough. So when he does come on, I'm like, I forgot how much I love him. So I don't know. Again, also you want to protect him because Dave said they took his brain out of his head and put it back in.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of, but yeah. So that's why I'm saying that's probably why they're protecting him, because Japan won't even clear him to wrestle in Japan.
Mm.
So if he wrestles New Japan talent, he has to wrestle them in AEW.
Yeah.
All right. I did get to see Wheeler Yuta on Collision, but unfortunately I had to see Daniel Garcia too.
I don't understand. I would take Daniel Garcia over your boy Austin Theory.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I
might have to do a podcast on who's better, Daniel Garcia or Austin Theory. I'm gonna write that down because I will forget it. Why do you like Garcia so much?
Why do you hate him so much?
Because he sucks in the ring. He's like Sky Blue. He's monotone when he cuts a promo. He has no charisma.
And Austin Theory can cut a promo?
Austin Theory's got a goddamn better body. Yes, Theory is getting better at his promos. I will give him that.
Go lay down. It was fine. When they were walking out, I'm like, who the fuck is behind them? And I was like, oh yeah, Claudio wears the mask. When they come out, I was like so confused at first. I was like, who else did they gain? And I was like, oh, it's Claudio.
Yeah, he does that for the CML. Don't he hold a CMLL title or something? Or has he lost it? I can't remember.
I know he had one. I don't know if he still had. No, because he would have came out with it. I would assume. Maybe they just keep them down there. I don't know.
We got the return of Commander, who I guess his visa issues have been resolved.
Watching Collision, I forgot so many people that were on the AEW roster. Matt Sydal coming out of nowhere. I was like, oh, I forgot he was a thing. Commander.
He had been injured. He just showed up like last week.
Forgot he was a thing there. Commander forgot he was a thing there. Forgot AR Fox was a thing there. All these people, I was like, oh my god, I need to watch this more often because I forget all these people were a thing.
I feel like they use AR Fox more on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and I always say I'm going to watch it, or I don't have.
I pay for it, and I don't ever watch it. The only time I watch it is when they do like their pay-per-views, like Death Before Dishonor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I know occasionally Brendan will watch it. But anyway, I'm supporting my man, giving him my money. Although he really don't need it because he's got more money than me. But anyway. All right, let's talk about match of the night on Collision, and that would be Mark Davis versus Speedball. I'm not a huge fan of Speedball, but I wouldn't mind seeing him with a mid-card title in the near future.
Well, I forgot that Collision always goes over, and the match cut off on my DVR because the 2-hour mark, and I need to extend it. And also with I was rewatching AEW, I had it extended, and it went over my extension, so I didn't get to rewatch the last couple seconds of it. But so I'm assuming Mark Davis retained.
Yes,
because he's supposed to have the match with
Andrade.
Yes,
Andrade and Jake something wrestle on Wednesday, and if Andrade wins, he gets a match with Davis. If I was Tony Khan, I might put that on my Redemption pay-per-view. I mean, because you ain't got a whole lot announced.
Well, I don't want 10 matches either.
It's a pay-per-view from AEW. You're getting 10 matches.
I don't want to see Kenny versus whoever go on at 12:30 at night.
No, they're starting at 7.
It's still gonna
go. He's gonna go on at 11:45.
Mondays
he goes at 12:15.
Mondays are my in-office days. I would like
to go to bed early.
I would like to go to bed early and not have to drag my carcass to the office. I know.
Tell him to change you need to change your in-office days to like a Tuesday.
No, Monday's a big department meeting, gotta show face sort of bullshit, unfortunately.
Alrighty. Did I miss anything from any of the shows you want to talk about, Miss Nikki?
On SmackDown, the end. I know we briefly talked about the end, but if we don't get Gunther Nick Aldis at SummerSlam, I'm going to be a very upset pickle.
I mean,
they
keep laying the foundation for it, and if they don't capitalize on it, I have to agree.
I'll be real upset if we don't get that match.
But if Gunther faces Nick Aldis and Gunther is the retirement man, is Nick Aldis going to retire from in-ring though?
I mean, like WWE in-ring. He can always venture somewhere else.
I suppose.
Or does he win and we have to do a rubber match? I don't know.
Now that would be funny. Nick Aldis win and then Gunther loses his everlasting mind.
Yeah. Or it would be like even though I hate them, it would be like a quick roll up, or maybe someone could get involved to screw over Gunther again, and then you can kind of like.
But who would come back to screw? Who would come back to screw over Gunther? Who has it? Who has it out for him?
Could Sammy? Or you could just someone that's Team Nick Aldis. Because I don't know if.
Reese said Ilya could come back.
I wouldn't be mad at that because then again, give me Steven, and I have been talking about having Gunther Ilya for 1,000 years on our show. So maybe because the rumor was that it was going to be Royce Keys and Gunther, like that.
Why?
Aldis would pick a proxy to like wrestle for him, and that would make me so upset when he's probably younger than a couple of your champions, and he's in incredible shape. He looks good. Let me see him with no shirt on. But that was it. I just want that match.
Maybe a Randy Orton could come back and screw Gunther. If Randy's back is screwed up as bad as they say it is, and he needs to retire, he could come back and screw Gunther, and then Gunther be his final match.
You could. Is Randy would go like, because again, what's your next big pay-per-view? Would that be at Survivor Series? He retires him.
Maybe
Rumble, the Royal Rumble. Oh, Josiah, you could have Drew McIntyre. Stop threatening me with a good time.
The only good thing about Drew McIntyre is his sword, and I ain't talking about the one in his pants. I'm talking about the one he carries on his side.
Angela?
Was that the sword that he was given by Vince McMahon?
I think so. I just know he named it Angela.
Okay, well, we have finished up with the main event, so it is time for fan interaction. So, it's time for our ringside fan turnbuckle segment where we will answer fan questions and give our opinions like we haven't already done so.
Yeah.
All right, producer man, what you got for us today? Is Chicago getting oversaturated? Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we touched that. Like, yeah. I'm like, lucky for Chicago, but it's like, how do these people have, it's like every other week you have a pay-per-view or a SmackDown or a Raw you have to show up to or a Dynamite or a Collision. Like, I don't know. Yes. The answer is yes.
Let's see. What does this say? All right. Hope everyone is well. So they have a question. Which championship should Hangman target? In my opinion, he should target the national championship, according to Jesse. Why don't you just give him all of them since everybody loves him so much?
He
could be the new belt collector.
Oh, you would hate that.
Yes, I would.
Honestly, I rather see him and Fletcher, but I don't know if it's too early to do him and Fletcher. So would you give him the national and then would you combine some of these belts? Because he was like rattling them off. And I was like, what is the difference between the three of these belts? Like 2 of them have stipulations that you don't even fucking care about or utilize. So, but I don't know.
All right, if I wanted to see a good match, I would probably have him go after Mox's belt because I think him and Mox have good chemistry and would put on a good match.
Yeah. It needs to be a normal, like, also the thing with Hangman, because he brought it up in the promo, like, he can't have a Texas death match anytime soon. I don't want to see him to have, like, a straight fight or a hardcore match or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think he needs to have, like, straight up matches for a while. Because that was, like, there's so many Texas death matches, and then you lost on one, and we didn't see you for 4 months. Like, he can't jump back in that pool for a while.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he wanted to do that and then go away for 4 months, but that's just me. Nikki might have a fit because she likes him, which that's why we work. Yin and yang.
I love ya.
Alrighty, what's our next question? Okay, Josiah. How many more matches is Shota gonna get flattened in? 0 because he's gonna end up winning the G1. Thank you. Okay, he has a question for you, Nikki. He says, how does it feel being so awesome all the time?
Josiah, it hurts. It hurts to be this good.
She is very awesome.
Thank you.
Recent no chance he's winning the G1.
I know. I feel like I need to watch the G1 to get all these inside
a whole podcast on why he should win the G1.
I need you to break it all down. I feel like I miss all the in jokes sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. You're making me watch stuff so I know what my friends are talking about.
I mean, if you like in-ring wrestling and don't care that much about story, the G1 is good, even though there are a little bit of stories in it. Like, Reese got mad at me because I was like, I don't care about storytelling. It's the G1. I just want to see matches.
Yeah. Like, I know
it's not like my weekly television shows where, yes, I like some storyline, but I'm okay with AEW just throwing me, Takeshita versus Fletcher on Dynamite, with no story.
Yeah, I feel like I know I would like it. It's just like so much. And I feel like, like today, like sometimes I'm just like, I can't do wrestling today. And I just feel like if I like need to take like a week off and like just be able to watch it, like I know I would like it. I need to carve out time to actually watch it.
All right, what's our next question? What are the top 5 most oversaturated markets in wrestling? Chicago, Vegas,
Vegas.
New York.
But I don't know, it's New York. I just feel like, at least with New York, I feel like you can do, like, obviously you have Madison Square Garden, and then you can go to Long Island, and then you can do, like, Brooklyn. Like, it feels a little different than there's enough to go around. But I feel like in Chicago, it's the same 2 places. Or, like, Vegas is just the one place. And we're going back to Vegas with AAA. Billy!
Yeah.
The animals are circling.
Yeah, I got 3, not 5. So.
Maybe New Orleans, but I feel like they kind of cooled off with New Orleans for a little bit.
Anywhere in California, maybe sometimes.
Yeah.
But I understand, once you go out there, just hit all the major cities instead of having to travel back and forth. Logistic wise, it makes sense, start in San Diego and then work your way up north.
Greece, yep. Saudi.
Well, I mean, you ain't never going to get rid of Saudi. They signed a new 10-year deal. Alrighty, next question. Question is, WWE is in discussions about running a show in a baseball stadium around either this year or next year in 2027. What event will it be? If they're going to do a baseball stadium, it'll probably be one of their big 4.
Because Survivor Series was just at a baseball stadium. So.
Oh, yeah, they were.
The San Diego Padres.
Yeah, the Padres Stadium.
So. I assume one of those. But, like, again, like what? I guess it depends because obviously, like, Royal Rumble, it'd have to be West Coast because it'd be cold for us. Mm-hmm. Again, I think after they did Philly Mania, I don't think they want to do a Mania on the East Coast for a little bit. Unless, again, you're going to push it back to April. But, like, April's still shitty here, depending.
Yes. Really, the only big pay-per-view they can do on the East Coast is probably SummerSlam, and then you have to worry about, a thunderstorm popping up.
Yeah, which it's been
shitty or being too freaking hot and humid.
Well, but again, if you can do like a Midwest, like I don't know what baseball.
I mean, they could do one in Comerica Park in Detroit.
Could they do the Braves? Where the Braves, like, I'm just thinking, like,
Georgia. Truist Field in Marietta, because the Braves no longer play in Atlanta. They play actually in Marietta, which is about 15 minutes northeast of Atlanta. Because I used to live in Marietta.
Baseball teams. It'd be cool as fuck if they did something at Fenway Park.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Fenway or Wrigley.
Like Fenway would have to be SummerSlam.
Or Yankee Stadium. I would go to like one of the old ones, like Dodger Stadium.
Like that would be cool. Steven is our resident Dodgers fan.
I knew I liked Steven for a reason. I'm a Dodger fan too.
Steven!
All right, do we have any more questions left?
No, I don't know. I have Jackson on this side, I have Bailey on this side, and they're like, "Oh, hello."
Alrighty. I reckon Survivor Series like San Diego. Yeah, it was in a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
We're not talking about spending money on your players. It ain't my fault Liverpool sucks.
Oh my God. I have not watched a lick of the World Cup. I entered a raffle at work to try to win free tickets, and I didn't, so I was like, screw this. I do have a BMS soccer jersey now.
There you go. Alrighty. If we don't have any more questions, we are going to end episode 18 of Lipsticks and Lariats. But before we do, make sure you follow me and Nikki. Follow me at themidpodcast.com and on YouTube at the Mid Podcast 6436, where you can see my trilogy on Shota Umina. Episode 4 is going to be dropping soon on why he should win the G1, just for Reese and Josiah, because I thank them every time I've done a Shoto podcast. And you can hear more of my witty takes on wrestling and other things. As we know, House of Dragon comes on tonight, so I will be dropping whatever episode we're on, review on that too. I do X-Men. The new animated X-Men is out, so I do that too. And Nikki, where can they find you?
You can find me and my hot husband at Nick Teodoro on YouTube. We are the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour every Friday at 6. We have happy hour. We drink. We talk wrestling. We argue. It's great. Come hang out with us.
If you want someone who changes the rules, Nick's your guy.
I'm just like, the gaslighting is so hardcore because like, this is not how this works. He's like, oh yeah, okay.
Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the Weekly Steel Chair so you can watch me and Nikki on Lipsticks and Lariats, because if you don't, a lariat could be coming out of the blue and it may be wearing butterfly jeans. Until next Sunday, we will see you guys later.
Bye.